I tried to do that. I'm normally quicker at it, but it is what it is. Oh no. Hold on, let me clean off my screen. That's better. Hey guys, you know what I just realized? I should make this live. Instead of doing 7:30, I think I might do 7:10, just because I was watching this episode and it went over a bit. So I know that some of you guys are like just now wrapping it up. So I'll give you guys more time next time. How are we doing, family? I still feel very bald. We'll see. Y'all said y'all like to hear, so we'll keep it up for now. But I'm still like, where's my turban? How are you guys doing? Hey, Janae. Hey, Billy. Yeah, it was good. Thank you, Brenda. It was good. Tonight's episode was really good. I think we're going to have... Oh, thank you, KT. I think we're going to have a difference of opinion about Mike's mom, because I see a lot of positive comments. And I'm not saying I have anything negative to say about her, but she just wasn't my favorite this episode. She wasn't my favorite. I know, Denard. Who am I? I think I might get a head wrap halfway through. We'll see. We'll see. We will see. Oh, yeah, Black Lavender. That Angela part, we'll talk about it. Bald. No, it's just not that. I just feel very naked without the turban. I really, really do. Hey, Candace. Hey, Makeup Addict. I'm just checking to make sure my notes are here. Yeah, so next week, I'm going to keep this time for live. I'm just going to start a little later because I realize I'm getting on here late because I'm still watching the episode. So, my tambourine. So I'm just going to give everybody about 10 or 15 minutes to get in here so we can all finish the episode together, because I'm just like, this episode is still on? I thought it was 2 hours. 90 Day Fiance, I love you. There's no reason why any of your shows should be 2 hours. You're not a Marvel movie. Like, there's no reason, especially when every episode of Happily Ever After has been dragging. Like, this was a much better episode, but the majority of them have been dragging. And I think it's just because of the couples they chose. And I think, honestly, they did not choose, no shade, the best. I think they just chose the couples that they could get during the pandemic. That's what I think. Oh, thank you, Sly Cat. I'm sorry, what's going on with them? Hey, Miss Gigi. Hey, Jay. Yeah, Billy, it should be an hour. Happily Ever After, at least this season, needs to be an hour. Before, I could understand why the show needed to be 2 hours, because they had such interesting, couples that had a lot going on. This season, we don't need 2 hours. We really don't. I think this is the first time that I've been like consistently bored by 90 Day Fiance. I've been bored certain episodes, but so far we're going into episode 5, and I'm still bored. I'm still really, really bored. But this was a better episode, but it's still just like, there's not enough going on for me to like really want to sit here for 2 hours. I know Miss Gigi said I'm struggling through this season. Billy said Bravo shows are only an hour and they get the job done. 90 Day Fiance needs to do that with their shows that are just like, we know they're not bringing it, so let's not waste your Sunday with 2 hours, especially now since the world is opening up. Like, people are getting out there. People are getting vaccinated. People are getting out there. So, yeah, I'm just saying, for a lot of TV shows, they really have to compete. I feel like NBC took themselves out of the game. They don't have any comedy shows for this spring and summer season. Like not one comedy. Everything is drama episodic. Like there's nothing fun. I guess NBC was just like, there's no way we can compete with outside. So we're just not going to give you a roster to keep you home. Unfortunately, ABC is playing ball though. Miss Gigi said the best part of the episode is when Jovi said that he's going to Guyana. Proud Guyanese. Hey! You know what, Kimberly? I haven't watched the tell-all for The Single Life. I haven't even watched The Single Life. Y'all know when I got Discovery Plus, it was because of all of my my true crime TV shows. And I've been watching them on repeat. When I get off of here, I'm going to finish watching Murder Tapes. Murder Tapes, juicy. I just binge watched See No Evil before I started watching this. And then I'm going to get into Murder Tapes. And then I just got 2 more episodes of Snapped Killer Couples. If you've watched Snapped Killer Couples, you know about there's a couple on there. I forget the guy's name, but Carol Bundy and her boyfriend, a mess. Get into that episode. But yeah, that's what can keep me. If you want to keep me watching something for hours, true crime and horror movies. Day of the Dead, baby. We'll talk about it. I have to do I have to do something about that. We'll talk about it. We will talk about it. We will get into the summer movies that you need to be seeing. Oh yeah, Brenda, Web of Lies is my show too. See No Evil, Web of Lies, Hometown Homicide with Lieutenant Joe Kenda, Wives with Knives, Deadly Women, Snapped Killer Couples, Southern Fried Homicide is one of my favorites. Of course, the OG Forensic Files, Buried in a Backyard, Fear Thy Neighbor, Nightmare Next Door, Killer Preacher. You guys have to, I think it may be on Oxygen. Killer Preacher. Ciao. Killer Preacher. Yeah, that's Kimberly is, wait, let me highlight that. Kimberly, you're telling the truth. All the good 90 Day Fiance content is on Discovery Plus. I can't believe this. I cannot believe I'm a part of the Discovery Plus hive, but Kimberly is telling no lies. All the good shows are there. This app is worth it. I can't believe it, but it is what it is. Black Lavender, we will get into it. Because my week is fully booked. Like I have so much going on. Like tomorrow, Seeking Sister Wives. Tuesday is Batch Chat, and then I'm doing a mental health awareness panel with Scotty by Nature and a couple of other YouTubers. Wednesday is Roni. Thursday is the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and Real Housewives of New Jersey. And Married at First Sight with my mom. And then Friday, I'm debuting a new segment called Welcome to My Group Chat, where I just invite you into my group chats. Everybody says that their friend groups is the most hilarious and their group chats are hilarious. Well, I'm taking you into mine. So I don't know. I'm going to try to maybe it'll be an edited review. So I'll probably try to throw something like that up sometime this week. But my week is fully booked with content for you guys. So we'll see. But we got to talk about these summer movies. We have to. Tracy said, Nikki, just say anything on the IG channel. Well, listen, Oxygen is doing really good as well. HLN, the only thing HLN has that I'm interested in is Forensic Files. They're trying to do something. They had one show where prisoners on death row was talking about, some really iconic cases. That just made me feel too icky for true crime, so I couldn't get into that. But that's the only thing that I watch on HLN. ID channel, of course, I watch that 24/7. But Oxygen has some really good shows. They have one. Remember, they had one show that was about those sisters that disappeared in like the Appalachian Mountains. That was a good one. And then they had Millionaire Murders. Oxygen has some good true crime shows. Killer Clergy. Oh my gosh, yes, Jadard. Killer Clergy is that girl. That is something I highly recommend you guys watch. Killer Clergy? It's not a game. Miss Gigi, I was the same way. But I have to do it. Thank God, Billy. Thank God. Because listen, a reunion is good, but it's like, what? You guys don't need a 3-part reunion. You didn't give us a 3-part reunion season, so we really don't need it. Anyway, I've been talking to you guys long enough. Let me get into it. Come on in the room. Whoa, come on in the room. Yeah, we got so much to talk about. So won't you come on in the room? Everybody, hey, come on in the room. Whoa, come on in the room. Come on. We got so much to talk about. Because Kalani, don't listen to your daddy. Get out of this. So won't you come on in the room? Come on in the room. Whoa, come on in the room. Yeah, we got, so you know what? Speaking of people who need to get out of stuff, Tiffany, you too. What are you doing, girl? What's going on? We got so much to talk about. I said, we got so much to talk about. I said, we got so much to talk about. So won't you come on in the room? Let's get it. Oh, do I have my thing? Yes. Let's get into it. Oh, Brenda, we got a lot of stuff coming. Stay tuned. Hey, F. Usher, happy birthday, my love. Happy birthday. Yes, Tracy is on it. Thank you so much, Tracy. Tracy said, please come on over and watch Nikki on Scotty's panel. That is this Tuesday night, 6 p.m. for you West Coast people, 9 p.m. for Eastern Standard and Central people. It's going to be very good. Probably going to be very emotional, but it's going to be very, very good. You're welcome, F. Usher. We're so happy to have you here and so thankful. I'm so thankful that you're celebrating your birthday with me. Feels good. Black Lavender said Kalani's daddies wants them to stay together so they can move out of his house. I never even thought of that. Since we're here, let's get into it. If you're just here for the review, well, this is your time to shine. Oh, I'm not going to do that. Before I get into it, if you want to sound off, this is a sound off week. So if you want to sound off, hit me up on Instagram, hit me up in the comments. I will share the link to hop on in with Tracy. And then, she'll share it somewhere in the comment section. And if you guys want to hop on in and, kiki about the episode or give your points and thoughts or whatever, let your girl know. I'm going to go through this really quickly and then I'll send out the link for you guys if you want to, sound off. Anyway, let's get into it. It starts right now. Yeah. So Angela and Michael, we'll start there. Angela has every right to be upset because Angela gets her surgery. In this episode, we see her recovering from her surgery. And when she finally comes to and really, realizes what has happened to her, she realizes that her breasts are a lot smaller than what they discussed. She goes to the doctor, the surgeon that did the work on her. And she says to him, oh, my boobs are a lot smaller than what I thought they would be. And he was like, oh, yeah, well, during the course of your surgery, realized it was just too much, weight still on you. So I took off 2 pounds out of each breast instead of 1 pound. Here is my issue with that. You discussed with me something before I went under the knife. Like I'm saying, if this was me, right, I would have a huge issue with that because you can't tell me one thing, then get me under the knife and do something else and then expect me to wake up and be okay with it. I honestly think that Angela took this a lot better than she should have. I would have had a nasty attitude. I would have read him for filth. And the last thing I would have said to him was, see you in court. Like, how dare you? Like, I get that he made a judgment, but baby, you got to wake me up again. You just can't go off of what you think is right without discussing it with me because this is my body. This is my body. So that wasn't cool for me. Angela, maybe she was still under a lot of, medication, but for me, that I was gagged. I was like, oh, like, it wasn't even like 1.5 pounds. He took off 2 pounds more than he told her that he would and expected her to be okay. And that happens a lot in plastic surgery situations. I've seen that a lot, especially on botch, where they say, well, we saw this and we realized we had to do this. No, this is not a medical procedure to save my life, or, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to you for a health reason. I'm going to you for a vanity experience, right? I want to change something within my body by how I look because I don't like it. It's not a necessity, but it's a want. So if we have a discussion about what I want, you do what I want. This is not heart surgery. You're fixing a titty. You know what I mean? Like, it's still, serious surgery, but it's just like, I just feel like it's very different when it's vanity and like health reasons. You know what I mean? Like, he should have done what she wanted to be done. And I get when you go under the knife, things change and you decide to make a decision, but you want to wake me back up and then put me back under because we need to have a conversation, because she was literally like, where are my breasts? And I guess she hasn't had the weight surgery yet. So maybe what the surgeon did was right. Maybe he made the right call. But you can't make that call without discussing with me with what you're going to do with my body, because she trusted him. She even said it. She said, I trusted him. And she goes under the knife and she comes back and he's like, oh, I made a decision while you were under. No. I don't know if this is HIPAA. I don't know what the hell it is, but I'll see you in court. I will see you in court. And then he does something where I'm just like, I won't put this on the surgeon. I'll say this is all TV, but I'm still very bothered by it, because it's like, Angela, titties is all bruised and bandaged up. She's feeling some sort of way because her breasts are a lot smaller than what they discussed. He's like, oh, let me call Michael and see what he thinks. Excuse me? Listen, you're not going to get me defending Angela too much because I hate the way she treats Michael. I think we're getting a much reserved version of Angela because of the other show that she is simultaneously filming while filming 90 Day Fiance. So I think we're getting, which I'll go out on the limb and say we're getting a bit of more real Angela than, the kind of brutish Angela that is turned up for cameras. I will give her that. I could be wrong, but I would give her that. But she's sitting here bruised and bandaged, and you say, let's call her fiance to see what he thinks, or her husband to see what he thinks about her breast. The surgeon wasn't doing well with me. Wasn't doing well with me. You called the shots on the boobs. Like, you made your own decisions about what her body is going to look like. You see that she's not okay with it. You decide to call her husband and say, what do you think? Michael doesn't even ask Angela if she's okay. He just starts mourning the titties that she lost. I was like, this right here, first class misogyny. It was all uncomfortable. It was all uncomfortable. And listen, again, you're not going to get me defending Angela, but her whole segment, this episode bothered me to my core. Speaking about what else bothered me, let's get into Jovi and Yara. I'm so confused with Yara, right? Because how do you get with this man who has this kind of money, right? And then get mad when he goes to make that same money to sustain the lifestyle that he courted you on. I get wanting Jovi to be there for your daughter and to help you, because I did feel bad for Yara when she was just like, as soon as I got married to Jovi, I became a single mom. That, got to me, right? But this is what it was like when you were dating him, right? And we have to be honest, no matter how much Jovi gets on our nerves, he has always been upfront with Yara about his job. And this wasn't like something new to her. She already knew what it was going to be like. She still, allowed him to, shoot up the club and also marry this man. So it's like, how are you getting upset with him for doing what he needs to do to sustain the lifestyle that intrigued you in the first place? If you want him to stay home, you do realize you're going to have to work. No shade, sis, but I don't think you want to do that. I don't think you want to go and get a 9-to-5 or a part-time job so that Jovi could be home more. I don't think that's what you want. So what's the problem here? Like, why are you already making a dude feel bad for doing something that he has to do to take care of his now whole family at this point? You know what I mean? Before it was just you. Now he got to take care of you and your daughter. Why are you making him feel bad while also not allowing him to spend any time with his daughter? You're confusing me. You are confusing me, Yara, and I can't believe you have me on the side of Jovi. You know you done messed up. He's not my favorite on and off camera. On and off camera. The way he talks, listen, I won't call myself a fan of the show. I'll call myself a reviewer, right? Because obviously you guys like my take on it because you come here every Sunday night or wherever I post something, right? I wouldn't call myself a fan. Call myself a viewer. But the way he talks to the fans, his whole social media presence, real nasty. Real nasty. So I'm never, team Jovi, but in this instant, Yara is not giving me anything to like work with. You're being absolutely ridiculous with this man who is doing the best he can to take care of you. This is how you met him. Why did you expect it to change? Because you're married and have a child. You wanted him, no shade. I'm not saying that you don't want him for who he is, but also I feel like the way that he can financially provide is also something that intrigued you as well. So what do you want? Do you want Jovi and not the money? Do we want to answer that for you? Like, come on, sis. I'm not going to say it, but let's be real. You wouldn't have a baby by him if he have no coin. Who would? It don't make sense, right? Right? Let him work. Let him go to Guyana. Well, I just thought of something. Is it where he's going that got you a little worried? Child, he might go to Brazil next. You better watch out. Mike and Natalie. Yeah, this is where I want to talk about with Mike's mom because I felt like I was on here, but I didn't come on yet because I was also fiddling something else because Facebook messed up my life, so I had to fix that. But I saw a couple of comments, and a lot of comments were pro Mike's mama, and we're going to disagree this episode. I ain't got nothing against the lady, but I got to be Team Natalie this episode. Here is why. Ma'am, you're on camera talking about how you wish that you would have gotten in a physical altercation with your son's wife. You are just continuing to create conflict on an already very stressful relationship. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that she has to be sweet as pie to Yara, who she does not believe is a good fit for her son. But at some point, you have to respect the wife that your son chose. Like you just don't look good in this. You tried to set up the marriage to fail in the beginning by asking that poor Miss Joe Dirt. I can always forget her name. I'm sorry, lady. You're a very sweet person, but you do give me Joe Dirt tease. But by asking her to do something that she knew was morally wrong and would not do it, like asking her to stop the wedding and say she does not agree. Then after all of that season passes, you see everything that happens on that season, you come on here and you say, oh, we didn't get into anything, but I kind of wish we would have. Like, how does that help the situation? How does it? Like, if you don't like her, don't bring her to your home. Tell your son, I want to celebrate our birthdays, but I don't want her to come. Like, why bring her there to mistreat her? You know what I mean? Like, I couldn't get with her. I couldn't get with her. One thing I will say that's positive about Mike's mom is that I had no idea she was as quirky as she is. I thought that she was more of like a biker mom, biker bar mom. I could see her on the back of somebody's Harley or on her own Harley. You know, I don't know what it's called, but it's that thing that them white college kids do where they crush the beer can on their head. I can see her doing shotgunning. I can see her shotgunning like a beer can. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, wrestling a hog. That's what I see. But she was very like, quirky. And that was such a pleasant surprise. Like, just to see how quirky and fun she actually is, but she does not give that off. And I think she doesn't give it off because when we see her in situations that she doesn't want to be in, which is around Natalie. Hey, thank you, Amanda. Thank you so much for the Venmo, Amanda. Thank you, my love. So that's what I think is that's my idea or my thoughts on Mike's mom. I just didn't like what she did. I really couldn't I really couldn't. Billy said agree to disagree. Uh you know what? Let me just acknowledge this comment from Daphne. Daphne said, Nikki, Mike started it by putting his mom in their business and she's feeling some type of way. I'm just saying. Absolutely agree. Absolutely agree. I don't know. I just don't think it's fair to mistreat somebody that you love or a family member, whoever, that they chose, right? It's you don't agree with it, you don't like it. You need to voice that with the person in your life, right? I don't have a problem with her saying that to Mike, like, this is not a good decision. Why treat the girl bad? Why say that you wish that you would have put hands on her? Like, I don't know. I just feel like you're the mom. You should be above it. You should, like, have a better grasp on your emotions. I just didn't get that from her. I don't know. Natalie was trying her best, saying that that terrible Ross Dress for Less shirt that she had on was actually cute. It wasn't. The mother knew it was a mess, but that's why she was just like, oh, really? Oh, you think it's cute? Like, girl, okay. Because you got the right daughter in law. You got the right one. Because if you would have pulled that on me, I would have been like, well, okay, it's hideous. I was trying to make small talk. You don't want to make small talk, then fine. It could be awkward as hell for the both of us. Everybody in this piece can be miserable for this whole weekend. Or do you want to play nice for this man? Like, come on, work with me. Work with me because he chose her. So you're going to have to deal with her until he wakes up like he has, later in the season and they are no longer together. But until then, be kind. What's wrong with that? That's just my take on it. Let's get to Elizabeth and Andrei. Elizabeth, I think you know this though. I feel like Elizabeth should know Andrei. I think Elizabeth knows Andrei enough to know that everything that he says to her is a lie, right? Because Andrei comes back and he just inflates this story of what happened with him when he was meeting with her father and her brother Chuck or Charlie, whoever his name is, and Becky. We saw it. We got you in 4K, bro. We watched it. It wasn't that bad as you were making it. Like Andrei was making it seem like they physically jumped him, shanked him in his ribs, kicked him down a flight of steps, black both eyes, and Elizabeth is just eating it up. And I'm like, this man long enough to know that he's a bold-faced liar. Why do you keep on eating up his lies? And then he's sitting there talking about how he, calling her family all kinds of names, insulting everybody, talking about how he would beat Charlie up. And Elizabeth is just like, yeah, yeah. And then he's like, well, Becky called me all kinds of names. And Elizabeth is just like, excuse me? She said, what? Oh, I will not tolerate somebody talking to my husband like that. But he could talk about your brother, your father, and your sister. I ain't, and I never want to love a man this much that I'm just so gone in the brain. Like, you literally sat there and listened to him say all kinds of things about your family. And then when he says that your sister made a comment about him, now you want to get involved and now you want to address her. Why didn't you say, oh, hey, Andrei, how about you not insult my brother and say you want to assault him? How about that? How about you not talk about, at least on camera, how you want to scam my daddy? What? You are so good. I'm sorry. There ain't nothing that Andrei is doing that's that good that you could be going like that, Elizabeth. You. I think Elizabeth thinks this is the best she can ever get, that she will ever get, and she is going to hold on to Andrei for as long as she can. Andrei could bring home, several children from other women. And I feel like Elizabeth will still stay in it because I don't think that she thinks that she can do better. Because the way this man has you is really, really sad, mama. It's really, really sad. I'm just like, wait a minute. He ran your whole bloodline for filth. And you didn't get upset until he said that your sister called him a name. Now you want to get engaged. Now you want to engage in a family drama and a family conflict. Really? Really? Let's move on. Andrei and Elizabeth are at the immigration, are meeting with the immigration lawyer. Who was she reading from a script? I was like, did she not learn her lines before she had to film this scene? She would wait, let me get this. She was literally like this. She like literally had her script. That's what it looked like to me in front of her. And she was just like, well, Andrei, what you need to make sure to do is you have to make sure that your record is clear, because if your record is not clear, you will not be able to stay in the United States because of the immigration law. Y'all don't care. Y'all don't care about this season. Let me tell you something. This is a pandemic season. This is a pandemic season. Y'all threw anything up there because y'all already bought this time slot out and y'all already sold the commercials airing during this show to companies. So you knew you had to give us something to keep the lights on over at TLC. This is a mess. This is a mess. The season is boring. The storylines are fake. This is the thrown together season, and I expect more from you, 90 Day Fiance. I expect more from you. I'm very disappointed. I'm watching this like, is this lady, did she forget her lines? Like, what is going on? Anyway, while the immigration lawyer is forgetting her lines, Andrei is like evading the fact that he probably did something in Moldova that's illegal that would keep him from becoming a citizen here in the US. And I'm like, dude, what did you do? Like, what is it? Like, you can't come on here with this, dark secretive past on a reality TV show. They're going to find out at some point and they're going to expose you. So you might as well get ahead of it now, because if you keep on playing these games, you keep on leading up with this like drama and this secret that you keep on holding, this is just going to make the producers keep on digging. You keep on hiding this from them. They're going to make sure that they find out what you're actually hiding, because there's always somebody in your past who will talk for a coin. So just tell us what it is. Like, I don't know. I'm thinking like, what could Andrei have done? I'm just like, there's only two things that I think that Andrei would not talk about or want like us to never know. And I'm thinking he was either in the mob or he was a sex worker. I think that's how he met Elizabeth, slinging peen. I think that's how he met Elizabeth, slinging that Moldovan peen at the beach to wealthy American women. And he then picked up on Elizabeth, a big fish, who said, this is Pretty Woman backwards. This is Pretty Woman backwards. I think that's what happened. I think Elizabeth booked him for 2 nights and got sprung. I said, about to say strung out. I think she booked him for 2 nights and got sprung. I think that's what happened. I think that's why she doesn't know anything about him and doesn't really have a story, to tell her family, because this is Pretty Woman. This is pretty Andrei. Andrei was slinging peen in Moldova. It makes sense. Like, thinking about it absolutely makes sense. That's why you don't want to tell us what's really going. Child, TLC, follow that story. Can we get that on this season? Let's make it interesting. Because I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. Well, did we just solve a case? True crime family, did we just solve a case? Teresa G said he said that he was a cop and that he will participate in corruption. He ain't specified what kind of corruption. It ain't legal everywhere. It's not Vegas. Let's move on to Brandon and Julia. I don't really have anything to say about Brandon and Julia. I'm just not buying their storyline. I think Brandon and Julia are in a good place in that they are on this show for the check and for the fame. You know what I mean? They're a young couple, Instagram followers, club appearances, being able to hawk product to their followers. It helps them. No shade. You know what I mean? I'm not coming at them securing a bag, but I just don't believe anything that they do. I really, really don't. It was very obvious that they were trying to push some jealousy storyline with Julia's, talking to Brandon's friend. It was very obvious that they were trying to, push this narrative that she was, trying to get with Brandon with the whole, oh, remember that movie that we watched? And I'm like, girl, like nobody's buying it. I don't believe it. It's dry. It's tired. Y'all don't really have anything going on, and we don't really need to follow this storyline because there isn't anything. There really isn't anything. Brandon and Julia, in my opinion, are not, I'm not going to say important, but not interesting to watch without Brandon's parents being a part of it. They've removed the interesting part of their story, and it's these weird swinging parents. That was the interesting thing, and watching these two bounce off of that was the story. Without the weird parents, it's just like, what do we have here? Nothing that I want to watch. And then, the tired storyline of, oh, well, I think that this, immigrant person is trying to scam my friend for a green card. Oh, bye. We're not buying it. Bring back the creepy parents. That's interesting. Bring back the mom that doesn't want these two adults who are married to have sex under her roof. Bring back the dad who, wants to get in the hot tub naked with the family. That's interesting. Not Brandon and Julia on their own. Nobody watched their little Discovery Plus show. Y'all should have learned from that. But again, I think because this couple has been COVID tested and vaccinated or whatever, and they had already been filming with them, they just continue to film because of the situation. I honestly believe that if we were not in a pandemic, Brandon and Julia would not be on Happily Ever After. That's just my thought. That's just my thoughts. Pat Holcomb said, I wonder why we never saw Mike and Natalie visit to the immigration office. I know they are not together and appeared to be married last year. You know what? I don't know why either. I think that would have been very interesting. Bringing up all of Natalie's marriages, like that would have been interesting, but we didn't do it. Kalani and Asuelu, Kalani's father, convincing her to stay in a marriage with Asuelu is not something that I would have ever called. If anything, I thought that he would have been encouraging her to get out of the marriage, especially after Asuelu cussed out Kalani and her mom on camera. I would have thought that the dad would have never wanted this relationship to go any farther after that. But he, him and Kalani went out to lunch, and he just convinced her to stay. And I was very confused by that, especially with him being the man that was upset that Kalani married someone who was Samoan. Like, weren't you the guy who wanted her to marry somebody white? And didn't he specifically want her to marry a white Jewish guy? You people trying to pick ethnicity, real weird. I understand culture and that being very important, but you people trying to petri dish families, weird. Anyway, he was very specific about the kind of man that he wanted his daughters to marry, and it wasn't Asuelu. So the fact that he's sitting down with his daughter, who is miserable, cries every episode, and tells her to stay in the marriage with Asuelu for no other reason than the fact that they have sons. Child, that misogyny demon be beating the hell out of y'all. I was just like, oh, so this is why there's no other reason. Oh, you want her to stay because she has sons? Because he specifically said, if you did not have sons, I would have been told you to get out of that. But you have sons. Daughters don't mean nothing. I'm telling you, child, this genitalia be just taking opportunities away. Like, so a father don't matter if she had daughters? But that was his reasoning, because you have sons. So it's okay to see the son. It's okay for the sons to see their mother cry every day and be cold. Because let me tell you something. If Asuelu is cussing Kalani out like that when he gets upset on camera, Lord knows what he's saying when he's not being filmed, right? But it's okay for the sons to be in that environment because they're boys, right? And they need a father. But if Kalani had daughters, it would be okay for Asuelu not to be in the home. Y'all raise the men we dread. Y'all raise the men we dread, and this is how you do it. Boy, girl, non-binary, what, gay, straight, whatever this child is, it needs a healthy environment. Regardless of the identity or the gender, the child needs a healthy environment. Like, I just did not understand. I would have wanted him to have a better reasoning, but I wasn't surprised. The same dude who is Samoan himself telling his children who are half Samoan, I don't want you to be with somebody Samoan. I want you to be with somebody white because the relationship and the life would be better. I'm not surprised that he wants his daughter to stay in a loveless marriage where she is constantly being verbally and mentally abused by this man because they have sons. I'm not surprised. Let me acknowledge the super chat from Rachel. Hey, Rachel, thank you so much for the super chat. Rachel said, not my favorite couples. Checked out a while back. Love your reviews, though. Thank you so much, Rachel. I totally appreciate it. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you, dear. So Asuelu, Kalani's father takes Asuelu out for cricket, I believe, cricket or golf, one of them things, one of them sports. And he's basically giving Asuelu another pep talk. And what does Asuelu do? Cry. Now, y'all know, if you have been watching me for a while, when Asuelu cries, it always gets to my heart. I've become so numb to it now because I'm starting to believe that Asuelu does this like emotional breakdown with all of these tears and just, showing vulnerability when he's manipulating people for sympathy, right? When he's being called to the carpet for something, he'll start crying and be like, I'm sorry. I'll never do that again. Thank you for loving me. Thank you for accepting me. I will change. And he does none of that. He does none of the work. But I feel like he does that to get people off of his back. I don't think he actually ever intends to change. Because this time when I watched him do it, I was just like, yeah, okay. They mean nothing if you will not change, and I don't think he intends on changing. I think this is who he is. I think this is who he is. Kalani, I don't know what to say because you're buying a house with this guy and you'll probably get pregnant by him again. So, girl, listen, again, like I said last week, y'all keep on coming on the show with these men who do not treat y'all well. What do y'all want us to say? Like, what do you expect from the audience, right? Like, do you not expect for us to feel bad for you or to want you to be in a better situation? I don't know what the outcome that you are expecting from the viewers when you show us this kind of story. I just don't know what you're expecting besides extreme sadness from us watching you be in something that is completely heartbreaking, which leads me to Tiffany. I feel like I'm going to say the same thing every season, every episode. This is just such a sad situation for this woman. And I just, listen, you pick terrible husbands, pick terrible partners. You're not good at picking men. You're good at raising them. You got a great son. You got a beautiful little girl. You're a great mom. But girl, you need help with picking a partner. You need help with picking who to breed with. You just do not make the best decisions. And again, I'm only going off of what you and this man have showed me. Like Tiffany, we go from last week's episode to this episode where she is, talking. I think it's her sister. She's talking to her sister about how they celebrated their anniversary. And she's talking about getting lingerie, having sexy time with this man. They're on the phone, having phone sex. And I'm like, how are you getting aroused for a man that's not a provider? How are you getting aroused for a man that got mad at you for buying your child the crib when he wanted you to send him money for like Fortnite so he could play his freaking games? How are you getting aroused? How are you even taking Zooms from him? How are you even bothered by him still? And then when she's at dinner talking to her sister about her relationship, she's just like, oh no, I can't tell him certain things because I don't want to trigger him. I don't want him to, I don't want him to go off again because one time he did go off and he gambled everything away. And, but you still having sexy time with him. You got to know when to hold him, Ma. You got to know when to fold him, and you got to know when to walk away. You gotta know when to do it. And I just feel like you don't get out of these situations of men until they walk away from you. And that's unfortunate because you're a great person. I don't think you know that. Why are you staying in this? Why are you, like, everybody in your life and everybody watching is telling you this is not a good situation. But you keep on saying, like she says, every episode, Tiffany says something that just rips through my soul. Right. So this episode, the thing that she says that cuts me is if I have to walk on eggshells for my entire relationship, then I'll walk on eggshells. That's so sad, Tiffany. What a miserable life. But you have conditioned your mind to that being okay if that is your reality. And I'm so sorry for you, girl. I'm so sorry for you. You deserve better. And I feel like everybody tells you. I just don't know if you know that. And how dangerous is South Africa? I'm being very honest because Tiffany was making it seem like, she not even seem like, she said Daniel can't even go outside. Now listen, America has a mass shooting every day. Every day there's a mass shooting. You know what I mean? I wouldn't call America safe, right? But there are pockets of America that are safe, right? Small pockets that are safe, right? So is where Ronald lives not safe, or is all of South Africa not safe? Because I told you I have a really good friend that lives there. And from what she shows and from how she talks about South Africa, I would have never known that there was like this crime issue there. So is where he lives not safe, or is all of South Africa not safe? I tend to not believe that, but again, I'm not from there, so I don't know. Maybe y'all could figure, inform me about that. But I'm just like, dump him and prosper. Dump him and prosper, Nikki. No, dump him and prosper, girl. You got to get out of this situation. You got to get out of this situation. He's not going to be able to come to America. He's not. You should have gotten him to come to America under Trump. Under Biden, it's going to be some work. And I just don't think it's going to happen. And then what job is he going to get? Like, where is he just making, you're too young. What are you, 27? Dump him and prosper. Nikki, stop. Tiffany, get out of this. Get out of this. Anyway, that's all I want to talk. I don't want to break up nobody's marriage, but this just does not seem like a good situation for Tiffany and everybody involved. Anyway, that's all I want to talk about with this episode. If you were just here for the review, beloveds, it ends right now. Let's talk about the episode. What's up, Shonda? Dear Diary said, for a lot of women, sadly, myself included, oh girl, I'm sorry, the bar is set in hell. Because we weren't taught to have boundaries and to value ourselves, thank God I no longer feel or think that way. Amen. Amen. Sly Cat said, right, Nikki, low self-esteem. I think Kalani and Tiffany both have settled for the men that they're with because they can't think that they could do any better. Oh, due to their weight. You think it's their weight? Maybe it's a cultural thing because all the big black women I know have confidence out the roof, okay? Through the roof. Me being one of them. Maybe it's a cultural thing. I'm not sure. But yeah, that could be it. That could be it. Black Lavender said Tiffany went from video chat sex to saying ain't no way she moving to Africa. Girl, why are you in this? It just don't make sense to me. Beautiful women. Absolutely, F. Usher. Both are beautiful women. Both are very, very beautiful women. Guys, I want to skip up so I could get everybody's comment. So Denard, you agree with me. Denard was like, yep, she was straight up reading from a script. I'm dying. Like, I was looking at that lady like, is that a script in front of what is they didn't care. This was such a lazy throwaway season, and I'm telling you, you cannot just put something together and throw it on TV, especially when you have crafted an audience from a certain kind of quality and think we can still digest that the same. We are all noticing that this season was thrown together. It was absolutely thrown together. And I think, honestly, they did this because they thought we would be in the pandemic a lot longer. I really, really do. And I think they did this just to have something just in case, because, who could have known that we would be out of this at this time? We didn't know we would be in it for as long as we were. So I'll give them that. I will give them that, but they could have done more. They could have done more. Teresa G said, I'll fight a mom. So I can't judge any messiness on Natalie's part towards dad or mom. I'm not saying I'm going to put hands on his mama, but I know far too many women who are in terrible situations with their mother-in-law. And a lot of them take a lot of stuff because they love their man. No. I know far too many women who are miserable. To cringe when it's time for your mother-in-law to come over. I have one friend that makes sure she just stays busy when her mother-in-law comes to visit. What a terrible way to live. I really want to, I'm not saying me and my mother-in-law got to be besties, but I don't want to be sick, and get a knot in my stomach when it's time for her to come over. Child, far too many women hold their tongue when it's concerning their mother-in-laws. Listen, I'm not saying be disrespectful, but she's not going to disrespect you. Y'all both grown women. Grown woman. And then what you got to do is get him together, because why is your mother talking to me like this? I'm in this relationship because of you. So protect me from everybody, okay? From the world and your family. Make her respect me, but still respect your mama. I can't get with a dude that's not respectful to his mama. Because then for me, I'm just ooh, if you cussing your mother out and throwing her down the flight of steps, what you gonna do to me? If you beating up the coochie you came out of, what you gonna do to the one you trying to get in? I'm not gonna find out. Black Lavender said Mike's dad / mom. Black Lavender, just do the most. She needs to go out back and wrestle a bear and calm down. Black Lavender, I can't wait to meet you. Makeup Addict said, I wouldn't even play nice. LOL, ma'am, your shirt is ugly. Bye. I would have been, see, this is another reason why I'm probably not married, because I would have been sarcastic. I would have been like, oh, that bang. What a choice. No, I was raised right. I'll probably be very sweet. Very sweet. Rachel said, hey, Rachel. Rachel said that phone sex had to have been awkward as hell for all the times they just straight up drag each other. Yeah. Yep. F. Usher said, Nikki makes this show sound better than watching the actual episode. Listen, that's why you tuned in. Sly Cat says, yes, it's cultural. Us Black women know better, but I don't think that those two gorgeous brown sisters got the message. Yeah, that's very true. Jan Wu 16, what's up? Said the problem with this season is that we've been repeatedly seeing the same couples with no breaks for more storylines to happen. Dry boots. Absolutely. I want to see, I think it's Nicole and Yazan. I want to see what's going on with them. Why I was really hoping we could get them this season. There are a lot of couples that we've grown to like and be invested in their stories, and we haven't seen them for 2 or 3 seasons. That's a problem. Oh, Billy said Kitty and Armando's pillow talk starts tonight. I'm going to watch that. What time is it? I think I'm going to hop over here and watch that because I really do like them. I really, really do. Oh, you know what? Let me check my Instagram and see if anybody wants to hop on. If not, I'm going to end so we can all watch Kitty and Armando. Stage 4 is a fighter day by day. Hey, sis. Say, hey, Nikki and family, miss you guys, but I agree. It was thrown together and boring. Yeah. Listen, you can be nasty. I could be nasty too. What a choice. Not the banging. Yes, Cameron. Me too. I like Nicole and Azan Too Busy to Wait. I really, really did like them. So I'm like bothered by the fact that we don't get to follow up on their story. Like I follow up, I get a lot of information from, I told you I follow, and we've done work together, 90 Day Fiance in the Melanated Way. I get updates from her about them. And it's very juicy and interesting, but TLC just won't film it. I don't know why. I don't know why. Wait, Nicole and Azan got married, Connie? Really? Oh my God. See? We could have seen that on the show. Miss Gigi said, I was sick of Nicole and Azan. I keep on calling him Azan. If he's not coming to America, I no longer care. What was the reason why he couldn't come? Didn't he do something? Or for some reason, he just kept on getting rejected. Did we ever find out why he kept on getting rejected? Kimberly said, I'd rather watch you than them. You're more entertaining. Thank you so much. You're so sweet. You're so sweet. Yeah, I miss Nicole and Azan. I really, really do. And you know what I also miss? The B couple. Remember the B couple? That they still can't speak the other's language, but they're married and they're thriving. Can we get an update on the B couple? Like, there's another couple that they need to focus on. I do not know their names, but it's a black man and a white woman. The black man is Jamaican. I watch their updates on 90 Day Fiance where they do those quick little catch-ups. And baby, the catch-ups were interesting because the husband got a little drinking problem. And there was like when the first two update videos, those quick little videos, she was saying everything was great. I think I just had another baby, but she was saying everything was great. And then like the third and the fourth update, he started showing up on camera drunk. She was crying during a confessional, and she was just like, I can't live like this anymore. I was like, what the hell happened? Why are they giving us quick updates and not putting them on the season? What's going on? Let's talk about that. Y'all give us Brandon and Julia. What is going on? What is going on over there on these shows? Y'all need a new executive team, because I'm telling you right now, if I was, on Discovery Plus, on their executive team, on the executive board, this season wouldn't look like this. I would chop this season up. I would chop this season up and send it back. I think this is Sharp Entertainment. I would send it back to them, and I would be like, what the hell is this? Why did you choose these couples? What is going on? Give me a season I could put up, but don't give me nothing at all. Child. She sure was reading that script word for word. And they left it in, which lets me know that this season was just so poorly put together. Very lazy. Very lazy. Thank you, Daphne. Thank you. Yes. G.H. Bratsdow, Melanie, and Devar. Did y'all see that special? It was like 4 or 5 episodes. I was locked in. But I think they showed them. I think you can only watch them on DVR. And I think they are available online. But my God, today I was like, what the hell happened? Because I was just, seriously, guys, because 90 Day Fiance records on my DVR, it just records anything 90 Day Fiance. So it recorded Melanie and Devar, our lives so far. And I just had it on play. Like I just had it on, I don't know what that is, just constant play or whatever, where it just goes into the next episode while I was cleaning. And, I'm watching the first episode like, oh, okay, I'm glad they last. I wasn't sure about it. Their season was a little rocky. And then I look up and I'm like, is Devar drunk? Is she crying? What is going on? Baby. And then they just left it at that. Put Melanie and Devar on the season, please. Oh, yeah. I hope we can see that. Oh, so Connie was saying that Kenny and Armando got married. Are we going to see that? Because I did read that. I think it was Us or People where they covered their wedding. Are we going to see that on the show? I don't know what's going on over there. I love the B couple too, Connie. They got on my nerves from time to time, but they were so cute. They were so cute. What? Sly Cat? Kenny and Armando got married. Azan is already married to his cousin in Morocco. See, where are the cameras? Where are the cameras? We're giving them a much better season. You know what? Face City, you are right. On the East Coast, Pillow Talk does start at 11. It does. Yes, F. Usher. I can give you all the season that you deserve. Listen, Rachel, but that was the good thing about them. You know what I mean? They gave you various reactions. You know what I mean? Because Rachel says Melody and Devar were hard to watch sometimes with her crazy sister as well. Listen, but we were having reactions like every episode. We're just like either enraged or sad or laughing with them or like, oh girl, what? Like we always had a reaction from this couple. This season, I'm like, okay, so what's next? You know what? Let's talk about what's coming up next episode. What is it? Let's see if it's worth it. What is going to happen May 30th? Fear and Loathing. Brandon and Julia. Oh, God. Brandon lays down the law with Julia. Kalani seeks legal counsel. Okay, I'm interested. Angela considers another surgery. Boring. Boring. Natalie stands her ground with Mike's mom. I'm interested. Andrei jeopardizes his new job. Fake. Tiffany reaches out to her dad with a big ask. I'm interested. What I think I'll start doing, because I know you guys are bored. I think I'm just going, because I was going to go topical starting in June. I think I'm going to have to start a little bit early with 90 Day Fiance. I feel like next episode, I'm just going to talk about Kalani, Natalie, and Tiffany. Because I feel like those are the only storylines that will be, that is interesting me just a bit. Oh, F. Usher. I was actually about to get off because nobody sent me anything about wanting to be on. Nobody said they wanted to like hop in and talk, so I didn't know. Do you want to hop in? F. Usher, if you do, I'll put the I don't know how to send it to you. I think Tracy, would you be one of my moderators? Would you be able to do it? Like, who wants to call in? Let me know. Give me a thumbs up if you want to call in, and we'll do it. Now, Too Busy to Wait. That is going to be a show. We got so much to talk about. Seeking Sister Wives. I binge watched that in a day because I was just so enraged. Too Busy to Wait said, I can't wait for your Seeking Sister Wives review. It gets my blood pressure up every episode, but I still love to watch. That's a good show, right? Right? Because it's getting a reaction. The reason why I was able to binge watch that show was because every episode I was like, oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Please tell me she wakes up next episode. And then I get to the next episode. I'm like, oh, she's still asleep. She's still accepting this foolishness from this man. Hell no. She gonna wake up the next episode. Nope. That Mormon lady never woke up. You know what? I don't know what her name is because I just binge watched the show in one day. But that Mormon lady is giving me White Paige. She's giving me White Paige from Married at First Sight. She constantly gets her heart broken by her husband and is getting played by that the new Brazilian wife, getting played by her. And every time, her common sense as a woman, right? Her woman's intuition, every time that kicks in, she says, oh, I was feeling these things, but I know God wants me to stay in this situation. I'm telling you, a lot of y'all who have a relationship with the Lord, it's abusive. He don't like you. The way you keep on saying that God is doing this stuff to you, I'm just like, if he's doing it, I don't think he like you. Maybe you should break up. I don't know. Or maybe you should understand your partner. But baby, that's not God. That's not God. Your weird husband. Oh, he is so creepy. He is so creepy. Maybe you don't want to have sex with him. I don't know. We'll talk about it on Monday. We'll talk about it on Monday. Okay. Oh, great. Yes. Okay. So, okay. Hold on. So you all do want to talk. Let me see. So you know what, Tracy? I'm going to send you the link right now. So we'll send it to Tracy. Whoever wants to talk, hop on in. Send this to Tracy. Because for some reason, they won't let me put it in the chat, but they let Tracy. So that's how we're going to go. That's how we're going to do it. There it is. All right, Tracy, it's sent. It's sent. Whoever wants to hop in, hop on in. This is going to be fun. Yeah, I didn't know if any. I didn't see anything, so I didn't know if anybody wanted to hop on in. Oh my goodness, Amy, what? There was also a couple where the husband was super religious and his wife was from Russia, but their newborn baby looked mixed. Is that the Brazilian girl who was like she was taking like modeling pictures and the husband got upset? If that's who you're talking about, she's still with him. No comment. Daniel and Garrick, is that the one with the Brazilian wife? They're not Mormon, just Christian. Okay. Still out of her damn mind. Still out of her damn. I was dealing with jealousy and God convicted me. You were dealing with jealousy because your husband was banging another woman in the room right next door. Are you mental? Are you mental? And oh my goodness, when he said that this is my strong wife and this is my tiny wife, my big wife and my tiny. Y'all forgot, ladies, y'all forgot you the prize. Men are not the prize. It's you. It's you. It's you. Oh, goodness. Sonora said, and Garrick just decided that God wanted them to live a plural lifestyle. Ain't that something? But God is cool with premarital sex. Pick and choose. Come on, Sonora. Let's talk for real. Let's talk for real. You know what? I'm gonna say this, right? I think it's because that's the only man that she has ever been in a relationship with and the only man that she has ever known. So, because they got married when they were 19, and I think that they were, Puritan evangelicals. And I think that, they were the only partners that they, ever been with. And so I think her mind is just so going in the brain over this one man because this is all she has ever known. So I think it's hard for her to leave because this man is her life. She's been with him since she was, 19. But for him to be able to convince you to divorce him so he can marry somebody else and you got nothing in the divorce. I'm going to be real with you. Your family don't love you. There's no way. There's no way that they love you and they let you be in that situation, sis. There's no way. Yeah, are we talking about? See, we are. See, 90 Day Fiance was so boring. We're in Secret Sister Wives. Are we talking about the Snowdens or that buff dude who's a school teacher? That was already a really weird situation. Yeah, so I think I was talking about 90 Day Fiance too, with that Brazilian lady. She was really, really young. And she had a baby by him. I think she only had one child by him. I think so. Dear Diary said, LMAO, God don't like you. God don't like you, child, because I love God. Who's this? F Usher, what's up? Brought me out of this mess, not kept me in this mess and forsake me. What's up, F Usher? You ready to chat? F Usher says, so we're going to have a good time. Dear Diary said, a lot of people like to put it on God when he has been dropping pebbles, stones, and boulders to get you out of the mess. Hashtag but God. That's right. That's right. Oh, we will get into the Snowdens. Because let me tell you something. I saw it on episode 1. I saw who he was on episode 1. Anyway, we're going to talk to F. Usher. Hold on, F. Usher, I want to do this. Hold on, okay, this is the second time I've done this, so let's see. Hey! Let's chat. What are your thoughts? Hi,
Nikki.
Hey!
I've
So
never
good
done this
to finally
before.
see
My
you.
first time.
Thank you for joining me.
Oh my gosh.
So, what are your thoughts on this on tonight's episode?
I don't watch this. I only watch you review it. I watch you and maybe 2 other YouTubers that review, but I don't watch this. I only watch the first episode with Angela.
Oh my gosh! So, do you have any thoughts?
I just think it's they didn't pick the right couples.
Yeah, for this season, right? It just seems very dry.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? A lot of the viewers are saying the same thing. Go ahead.
Yeah, I preferred the single life they have on the app, but they should have put that on TLC.
See, now that's the thing. A lot of you guys are recommending that show to me, so I'm going to watch it because a lot of you are saying it's so good. So I think I'll definitely check that out. And I agree with you because the reaction that I'm getting from everybody who has watched it, I feel like it should have been on TLC as well. I feel like it should have been on the network as well. But again, we don't know who's making those decisions. We have no idea, but it is what it is. It is.
Yeah, that's why we need you to be on those. You need to create a show. You need to be on a show so I can watch your show.
Oh, thank you. I'm working on it, F. Usher. I'm working on it. But thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you.
Oh, no, what were you about
You're
to say?
The first YouTuber.
Oh, wait. Hold on, because there's a delay. What were you about to say?
I said I only wanted to do this because I enjoy your channel.
Thank you. And I enjoy you and I enjoy your commentary. Thank you so much for just, brightening all of our days when you're here. I really do enjoy it.
Yeah, you always read our comments. Yeah, you're always reading our comments, even if we, you highlight the comments. I don't think a lot of YouTubers do that. I mean, they do, but mostly if it's a super chat, they'll definitely put it up. But even some of them forget the super chats, and you always catch all the super chats, and your moderators. Always
thank you.
Well,
listen, this is a collaborative channel. A collaborative. Yeah, well, we collab together with this channel. So this is, it's I'm inviting you into my home, and we are, laughing and joking together. So I totally appreciate your presence, and I thank you so much for joining me tonight.
Thank you, and hopefully you
do some
soon so I can show up. I'll come
absolutely.
Quarantine for you.
Absolutely. I'm finally vaccinated, fully vaccinated. We're going to do it. We are going to do it.
Me too.
Yes.
Me too.
Thank you, sis. I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye. Oh, I did it right. Okay, good. So that was so sweet. At first, thank you. Thank you so much. Who else wants to join and chat about tonight's episode or just anything? Because we didn't got into Seeking Sister Wives and I was trying to wait for Monday, but that show was so good. Like, there are couples that I enjoy and there are couples that get, well, you know what? Is there any couple? Wait a minute. I'm lying. I don't like any of them couples on Seeking Sister Wife. Yeah, I don't like any of those couples. Even the weird millennial couple. Let me tell you something. I'm gonna learn the names by Monday. I'm gonna learn the names. But that girl who was the sister wife, and the main wife left because she was like, "This is too weird for me." I don't feel like there is any way that she really suggested. I don't believe it. I don't believe that she suggested getting another sister wife. I think that was something that he wanted. And because she wants to be with him, like all the other ladies, they're going to go along with it. Because she's just like, yeah, I asked him if we could get another sister wife. No, you didn't. I don't believe it, sis. I don't believe it. And thank you so much, Tracy. Tracy said, I don't watch The Bachelor either, but I swear the batch chats are lit. We're going to have a good one this Tuesday because this Tuesday's batch chat is going to be about Katie's men. And we're going to talk a little bit about the upcoming season. Listen, we can tell the truth and shame the devil here. None of us are excited about this season of The Bachelorette. We're going to make the most of it. We're going to make the most of it. And I think the men are going to be very interesting. So I can see us having a good time talking about the men. No. Layla, absolutely not. Layla said, did you relax your hair? I'm late. Actually, I normally, what I do with my hair, after I wash it, I just blow dry it on a cold setting so that I can hold on, let me show you. So that I can moisturize my scalp because I know y'all say that I don't have 4C hair, but it feels like 4C, okay? I still claim 4C. I don't care what y'all say. But I put this on my scalp. This is Head and Shoulders Royal Guard Daily Moisturizing Scalp Cream. And I put this on my scalp every day. And I found that it was a lot easier to do that when my hair was pressed, or not pressed, but, you know, lightly blow dried, because when like my hair is like, because I haven't put heat on my hair for a very long time, like 10 years or so. So my hair, like anything, humidity, what, like it could be a little bit of rain and my hair will just tighten up. So it just becomes very hard for me to moisturize my scalp. So every time I wash my hair, I lightly blow dry or blow dry it on a cold setting so that I could get to my scalp a lot easier, because I deal with scalp dermatitis, like a lot of women with tightly curled hair. Our hair is so tight that we cannot get moisture to our scalp. So we deal with a lot of dermatitis. So I use this for that. So that's the only reason why I do it. The only reason why it's been able to stay this way is because I haven't worked out in a little bit of a week and a half. Like I've done walks in Philly, but I pulled it back in a ponytail. Normally my hair is out and it'll sweat out. So it's just stayed this long because I've been keeping it in a ponytail, but normally it'll be all curly or whatever. So no, the hair is not relaxed. Don't throw me out of the natural hair community. I'm joking. But thank you for asking, Layla. Oh, it's okay. I didn't really give you guys enough time. But for us, for Monday's Seeking Sister Wife review, that is going to be this Monday at 6 p.m. PST. Come ready. Come ready. Come ready, because we are going. Oh, did I put up? I didn't even put it up. I didn't even put up what I'm going to be doing this week. I made the flyer and everything and never posted it. Sorry, I'll put it up when I get off of this. But yeah, come ready, because every review that I'm doing or every live that I'm doing, I would love to bring you all up if you want to chat. So just know the only thing that I might not bring people up for is my segment on Friday. It's just because it's already going to be like 5 people up there talking. It's going to be a lot. So that's the first time I'm going to be doing something like that. So that will be the only time. But from today through Thursday, be ready to come on camera if you want. And I'll bring you up so we can chat. Sonora said, Nikki, would you ever want to be in one of those? Would you ever want to be in one of those polygamous families? Which family from the show would you choose if you had to? Sonora, absolutely not. Right? I can share. I'm a middle kid, so I can share a lot. I'm never sharing my man. It's never happening. Never happening. I'm the only queen of that castle. So no, I could never do anything like that. Throw your tomatoes if you must, right? And this is just hypothetically, without everything that we know. Which family from the show would you choose if you had to? The Snowdens. Throw your tomatoes. Throw your tomatoes. Throw your tomatoes, and then I'll tell you why. Okay. The only reason why I would want to be a part of that family is because from what I've seen on the show, I really do enjoy the wife. She seems like she would be a fun time. The kids seem like they are really great kids. And um, for some reason, the Snowden husband is doing something. He doing something that got these ladies wanting to come back. And curiosity will kill the cat, okay? Um, that's what I'm hoping for. But that would be the only that hypothetically, right? And that I know, but that is from what I have. If I'm just going off of what I have seen on the show, knowing what I know now, absolutely not. But it's not polygamy isn't for me, so it'll never happen. But from watching the show, I'm just like, you got these black women going crazy. What are you doing? What are you doing that they don't ever want to leave? Child, I would just want to know. Out of curiosity, I would want to know. Now that we know, girl, it ain't for me. It ain't for me. Listen, you asked me. You asked me. I was not going to be in a polygamous relationship with that guy with the bang. Not going to be in a relationship with him. I was not going to be with that weird guy. I'm going to learn the names, but that weird guy that like doesn't talk, the one who has like no emotions, and they like threw a whole birthday party for him, and he was like, yeah, I'm excited. This is my happy face. This is my excited face. This is my sad face. This is my angry face. Him, absolutely not. How they're getting aroused by him, I have no idea. Then we got that weird husband that was, that like he gives me ventriloquist mouth, because he doesn't like he speaks, but his teeth, like his mouth never opens. It's always like, I'm so excited about getting another sister wife, and I don't want to leave this sister wife. He's very awkward. All the husbands are awkward, right? Snowden seems to be, from the show, not going off of what we already know, he seemed to be the only one who was like kind of normal. So that's what, if I had to do it, if I was like held at gunpoint, that would be the family I would choose, because everybody else gives me serial killer. Can we be honest here? Everybody else gives me serial killer. But you asked. Right? I love you. You know what? I take it back. No, do I? He's very weird to me too. The buff husband who couldn't handle that young sister wife. I don't know. Maybe him. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. None of these men are prizes. None of them. None of them are prizes. So that's a disqualifier. He's doing something that he's doing. Too busy to wait said that's how the Snowden suck you in. Those kids, that's what it is. Those kids are too friendly with strangers. They are deprived of attention. That could be very true. Oh, I didn't know about that show, Layla. Layla said I miss Escaping Polygamy. Their show was really good. That does sound like a good show. I've never seen it. Girl, when you say baying, when you did the Andrew imitation at the last time, I had to show my dad. We were both dying. I was spot on. Oh, I miss that weird guy. See, that was a good season. That was a good season. Dinar said the Snowdens are definitely not polygamous. Based on what I hear about Ashley, they give me polyamory. Well, what's the difference? Is polyamory just the men can have a lot, multiple women? Is that it? Ornella, everybody's so disappointed. It's a hypothetical question, guys. It would never really happen. Oh my goodness. Polyamory, the philosophy of state of being in love or romantically involved with more than one person at the same time. Oh, what's a polygamous then? Ciao. Polygamy is a practice or customs of having more than one wife or husband at the same time. Oh my God, why is zoology right under that? Zoology, a pattern of mating in which an animal has more than what the hell? Why is polygamy in zoology? Child. Child. And what is the one? Who is the buff guy that his young sister wife wouldn't stay because she had a job? What was his kind of polygamy? Polygamy for men. What was that one? He said, my polygamy is more of where I'm the king. What did he call it? Damn it. Oh, child, there's a gay polygamy. Why can't we get gay people on the show? Look at this. This just came up in my feed when I was doing my search. It's a black gay polygamous couple. Get them on the show. Let me tell you something. I was at this restaurant in Toluca Lake. Was it Toluca Lake? I was at this restaurant in Toluca Lake ordering me a sandwich. Okay. And when I think I was in there with my mom, this polygamous couple came in, and we just, gay polygamous couple, we just thought that they were, friends or whatever. So they're sitting around chatting, and the next thing you know, the one guy sitting next to the other guy, and he puts his leg over his leg and starts kissing. Okay. It's Hollywood. It's Toluca Lake, but he puts his leg over his leg and starts kissing or whatever. And then his friend who's ordering a sandwich, he turns to them and asks them like what they want on the sandwich or whatever. They both stop kissing and get up. Then they get up and go over to him, the guy that's ordering the sandwich, and they simultaneously starts rubbing his behind, like grabbing, okay? Grabbing his behind. And then one guy kisses the dude in the middle. And then after he kisses him. And then he goes back, and they were doing that for like a good 5 minutes. And I was like, oh, okay. Wow. Okay. I had never, have I ever seen I got like half of my family is Christian, half of my family is Muslim. So I've seen polygamous couples. But I've never seen a gay one. That would be a very interesting on the show. A black gay polygamous couple, baby. Ratings through the roof. Let's do that. Gerard. Yes, Sonora. Gerard. Tracy, Nikki, I could have 2 husbands. Listen, I could have several husbands. Now, I would want to be the only woman in the relationship. I wouldn't mind having like 10 to 15 husbands. Are you kidding me? I'm a Sagittarius. I don't like a guy for more than 9 months. After 9 months, I'm just like, is this really love? So I would need to have a rotation of husbands. I would love that. I could have my funny husband, my artistic husband, my buff, dumb, just hot husband, my intellectual husband, my religious husband, my musical husband, my builder husband. Oh, I would do it. Everybody would have a different day. I would date them or, be wifey to them Monday through Friday, but I would have the weekends off because I need that for me. Right. I need that for me and for like catching up with my family, my girl time and stuff like that. Oh, I have to have like they will all have to be wealthy. All have to be like wealthy husbands. Yeah, I would do it. I would absolutely do it. But I would have to be the only wife with multiple husbands. Yeah, I'm down. I'm definitely down. D said, yeah, if you watch the interview, you'll change your answer. Yeah, I'm already, I didn't watch the interview, but I read a little something on TMZ about them. So, yeah, I already know. Ornella said, Nikki, watch the John Yates interview with Ari Joseph. Ari Joseph. John Yates, Ari Joseph. Who's that? Are you talking about the Snowdens? Who is this? Ari. Who the hell is Ari? Oh, okay. We did show because Benny is an entertainer. Oh, what's going on? Am I going to have to do a 90 Day Fiance chat? What's going on with Ari? JMT said, oh my, I personally couldn't do it. I could do it. I could do it. I could do it. Lana said the Snowdens want them to babysit, cook, and clean too, and get choked and punched on the regular. And the service the husband and wife, then run around naked on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Nuts. Yeah. But I could see it. I could see it. When I watched the first episode, I was just like, they're a polygamous couple that lives in Los Angeles. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. I already knew. Before watching it, before like watching the whole season. I already knew. A polygamous couple in LA. You should already know what you're getting into. Paige URL said, I'm a Sagittarius too, Nikki, and I feel you. I don't like people for long periods of time. Give me my space. I'm just like that with everything. Relationships, jobs, like that's why, although this is a, it's like this isn't for the easy, you know what I mean? The career path that I've chosen is not for, it's not easy, but it works for me because after 9 months, I'm out. I could never do anything for a year. I got to switch it up. You know what I mean? That's the same thing with like workouts and stuff. I can't. No, we got to change this up. I need adventure, diversity. Like I can't. Oh my goodness, I'll have different culture husbands too. I'll have my Nigerian husband. I'll have my Congolese husband. I'll have my South Asian husband. I'll have my East Asian husband. I'll have my Swedish husband. What else? What other cultural tree am I ready to climb? Oh, I'll have my Italian husband. And I gotta have my Black American East Coast husband. He'll be my main king. What else? What else? I got 2 Europeans in here. That's enough. I think I'm good. Do I want to dig into Morocco? I think I want to get a Morocco. Do I want to get a Moroccan husband? I think Brazilian husband. Oh baby, I'm getting me a Brazilian husband. Oh, I could. Oh, Paula, yes. I gotta get a Samoan husband. I gotta get a Tongan husband. Oh, I could do it. Oh baby, I could do it. I could do it. Oh my God, I could do it. Oh, who is this John Yates guy? Y'all want me to watch him? I'll watch it. I have his page up, so I'll watch it. Do I want to do Persian? You know what? Let me stop judging them by the shots of sunset. Let me stop, because I was definitely judging my, fictional Persian husband from the shots of sunset, and that is not fair. That is not fair. Oh, we do need a husband from Portugal. We do need a husband from Portugal, Tracy. We really, really do. We really... Girl, we can't have too much. We can't have too much. That is enough. Danielle, I don't know, Danielle. I don't know. I feel like I could do Puerto Rican or Cuban husband before I could do Dominican. But I don't know. I'm really just basing it off of my, my dating lifestyle when I was 19 and lived in New York City. So things could have changed. But I don't know. Y'all, Shay. Shot the Sunset, and that wasn't right. But Shay said, take it back. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh my. So do y'all want me to watch John Yates or not? I don't even know who this is. And I feel like what's happening with John Yates right now in the comment section is the same thing that happened with me in Reality Steve. There were half the people were like, you gotta watch Reality Steve. And then the other people were like, no, he's a terrible person. Child, y'all be so polarized by these people. Oh, Sherwin is a nice guy, right? He don't know what he wants. Sherwin is all over the place. All over the place. I can't with Sherwin, but he's a cutie. You know who he probably married now, but you know who I can't find none of his social media, nothing. But I have been wanting to find Obed from the Shahs of Sunset. Remember he used to date Gigi? Like they went out for like one wild night and it got crazy. What is his social media? I think he married now, but my God, today, Obed was fine. What happened to him? I thought he was going to be on the show. Child, I have been looking for his social media for years. I was just looking for his social media. This what was I watching? Shahs of Sunset. What is today? Sunday? I was watching it on Tuesday with my mom. Oh, Tracy. Okay, well, Tracy, my decision is made. Tracy said, Nikki, I'm going to be honest with you. John is racist, but he gets the dirt. I don't care. Not watching the John Yates interview. Thanks, guys. I'd rather I can get information from other sources. Because no, I'm not going to keep him fed. The devil is a liar. Hey, F. Usher said, I never watched John Yates, but he had drama from another channel, and now they are cool again. Oh, are these messy YouTubers? I'm out. Nope, I don't. I don't want none of that heat. I don't want none of that heat. I don't watch him, that Vlad guy, what's that other guy? That Samuels guy. I watch comedy reviewers and beauty channels. That's it. Oh, and I'm starting to get into like haul channels, but I have to stop. Not like regular haul channels, like Home Goods Haul and Marshall's Haul, Dollar Tree Haul. Baby, I could go down a rabbit hole all day with that. Oh, I don't have a Latino man in there? Sim, I had a Latino man. Didn't I say a lot? Oh, I don't have a Latino husband. Right? Ain't my husband's Latino? I think I named the Latino husband. Wait, I was going to say Portuguese. Wait a minute, Nikki. Hold on. Go back to school, girl. Oh, God, do I want a Greek husband? Child. You know what? Okay. Wait, how many husbands do I have at this point? How many husbands do I have at this point? Sam said I don't have a Latino husband. I thought, guys, I named the Latino husband, didn't I? Wait, D. Maria's in these comments section building her dream man. You better go. She said, I think I like a cowboy with broad shoulders. Yes, D. Yeah. Shan said, haul channels are dangerous. Be careful. Too late, Shan. The packages started arriving. My mom was like, what's going on? But I'll take a Mexican husband. I feel like I think he'll be second to my African-American husband. Because I feel like that will be an easier leap for me. I feel like that'll be, what am I talking about? Let me get out of this kingdom that I have built. Queendom that I have built. I am True Jim. Hey, I am True Jim says same, Nikki, but I love a good real estate home tour, preferably in France or Italy. Oh yes, because eventually moving to Atlanta, and there is this lady on YouTube. I watch all of her, every video that she puts up, even if it's something I'm not even looking for. I'm like, oh wow, where is this? So I look at her video. That she puts up about the real estate or whatever. And then I start looking through that neighborhood. And if I like the neighborhood, I start looking at, what I'm looking for in that area. Obsessed. Her, Be My Guest with Denise, At Home with Nikki. All of those channels. Love them. Oh no. Oh yeah. It's Brazil. Yeah, Brazilian is not Brazilian and Portugal, right? That's not Latino. Mexican is right. Mexican is Latino, right? I'm sorry, I only know about African. Child, I stopped the African American culture. I ain't learned nothing else. I'm gonna do better. But I feel like, yeah, I got a Mexican husband. Because my Mexican friends was like, don't date Venezuelan. No shade, no shade. That's what I'm hearing from my Mexican friends. They could be wrong, but they said not Venezuela, not El Salvador. Oh, do I want a Panamanian husband? Is that Latino? Because there are two Panamanian men that I had crushes on. I just thought they were just nah. Nikki. I thought they were African American and they were actually Panamanian. I was like, oh, wait a minute. That's how y'all look in Panama? Let me, child. I could do it. See, Mocha said, 2K said, I had a crush on a Panamanian in college. He has such great manners. Those people are beautiful. Panamanian people are beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Shay said, enough husbands as your heart is content. Yes. Hold on. Ornella said, I'd never heard or watched John Yates till Ari spoke out, and because she was actually interviewed by him. Yeah, but I'm not. I can't get into that guy. Shannon Van said, speaking of halls, Nikki mentioned Shein a while back. While I had, I'm so sorry. I have now had about 3 hauls. Thanks for that. I'm sorry, but let me tell you something. Shein is that girl. You will spend $20 and get like 60 items. I'm not trying to encourage y'all to spend, but I will say this. Right now they have a sale where it's free shipping. Do with that what you will. Get whatever you want. Free shipping. And Miss Lola, if you buy Miss Lola shoes, I love their shoes because they have like the best rhinestone shoes out there. All their shoes are like bedazzled, especially their sandals. Yes, they're having 40% off the whole site. 40% off the whole site. Miss Lola, don't say I ain't never told you nothing. Listen, don't ask me. I don't know. I am True Jim. I don't know. Yes, Teresa. I didn't know that. Teresa G. Teresa said, yes, a lot of Panamanians are of African descent. I didn't know that. I didn't even know that there was a Black population in the Philippines. I just learned about Black Filipinos. We everywhere. Okay. Thank you, Selena, for clearing it up. Selena said the terminology is interchange, but Latin America is countries in the Americas that predominantly speak a Romance or Latin language. Okay. I went to performing arts high school. I knew everything about Boys to Men, nothing about Latin America. I'm sorry. I am sorry, but I got an A in Spanish 1 and Spanish 2. Dos Maranitos despertan así, cantamu pasa por aquí. My name was Nicola Robertes. I did so good in that class. Oh, it was such a teacher's pet. Oh, well, I got an A. Selena said Hispanics just refers to speaking Spanish, so it includes Spain as well as countries in Latin America. Oh, thank you for that. Wait a minute, Selena's in here teaching. Let me put this back up because I didn't learn something. Thank you, Selena. I'm going to leave this up because I didn't know this. Let's get back to this. Come on. Look, you learn here too. We learn here as well. You know what I did? I don't know, Lana. I feel like I learned that too. I found out that they speak Portuguese. You know what? I don't know. Don't get me that. I know everything African American. Nothing else. See? So who knows, Miss GG88? What we do know about Brazilian people, gorgeous. 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 Too busy to wait on the next 90 day, on the next season of 90 Day Fiance is going to be Nicola Robertez with her new boo. Listen, can I tell you? I ain't gonna put his business out there, but there was somebody who was Puerto Rican. I was his Spanish tutor. Cause he couldn't speak Spanish. He couldn't like write in Spanish. His parents, because he's first generation American, and his parents did not want him to speak Spanish because he was the one who would like speak to bill collectors. You know, like he was the English speaker in the family, and they just did not want him to, speak Spanish. He knew Spanish cuss words, but that was it. So Nicola Robertez was his Spanish tutor. Put some respect on Nicola Robertez's name. Antilles, I love that jingle. I love the jingle. Dos Maranitos Espiritan así. Right? Yes. Thank you, Professor Selena. You better come in here and teach. Thank you, Professor Selena. Professor Valdez is in the building as well. Listen, did y'all expect to learn? No, we just came to laugh. But look at us learning. We have learned about polygamy. We have learned about, Spanish-speaking countries. What is Latino? We've learned. What is Portuguese? What is Brazil? Look at us learning. Look at us learning. PBS what? Got nothing on NikkiStar TV. Oh, Yvette! Thank you. Is it Yvette or Yvette? Anyway, Yvette. Oh, Yvette. Thank you, my love. Thank you so much for the Cash App. Thank you. Thank you so much. This will pay for the semester. Thank you, guys. Well, let me get out of here. Family, I had a good time. I will say this. I have more fun in the chats. How about you? I have more fun in the chats. I really, really do. Like, I love talking about the episode, but I wouldn't do these lives if the chats weren't like fun. So thank you all for Shay said, if so, Nikki needs one from that sad country. You're right. Thank you so much for making this such an enjoyable experience for me. I hope you guys have, had or have fun when you come here as well, because it's the light of my life. What is it? The light of my life. Light up my day. The joy in my day. I have a good time. Girl, what? I have a good time. So thank you so much for making it worth my while. I hope it's worth your while. Just be ready if you want to. Tomorrow I will be here at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time to talk about Seeking Sister Wife. If you want to come on and chat about that, I will do the same thing that I did. I will send out the link to one of my moderators, and they will put it in the chat for all who want to join. We will discuss, the season or whatever you want to talk about, whatever you want to talk about. If you do want to come on, just know that that is something that I will be opening up to everybody throughout the week. We'll be doing Housewives on Wednesday and Thursday, Married at First Sight on Thursday, and then Batch Chat on Tuesday. So hope to see you guys there. Anyway, get some rest. I'll see you tomorrow for all of you who want to join then. And if not, I'll see you sometime throughout the week. I love you, family. Thank you. Andrei said I can only handle one man at a time. But I have one for each day, except for Saturday and Sunday, because that's when I take a break. I'll let them go, I don't know, play cards, do man stuff. But, Monday through Friday is when they're required to be my husband throughout the week. Yeah, so I will see you guys then. Nicola Roberta's. Yes, it does, Ornella. Nicola Roberta's and a student. Anyway, I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Have a good night. Y'all be good now, you hear?